75-gallon Marine Land comes with stand, 2 Fluval 307 canister filters, 2 jar wave pumps, and an aqua top heater. Also have a reef rock for sale for an additional price. You guys, I have it bad. I have it fucking bad. I got a job working with my cousin. It's great. I love it.
Yeah,
okay.
fabulous.
But what fucking sucks is he got me into African cichlids. And now I have a tank at my house, and I'm sitting here going, I got a couple $100 I can burn on a fucking fish. I know I don't. I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? I got the money. I can't spend it on
Not
that.
in this economy.
You know?
Not in this
what the
economy.
fuck? I stay steady on Facebook trying to find the perfect fish tank. And then when I find it, I don't buy it, and it's gone the next day. When I'm decided, like, I think I'm actually going to buy that fish tank. I've got it. I cleared out a whole space over here. There's a whole space for at least a minimum of 6 foot long fish tank. So we're talking 125, 150 gallons. You know.
You know what? As I asked you in the group chat this morning, do those fish know that you have been persecuting their kinfolk for such a long time that you have a platform dedicated to their to hunting
you know what?
and their children?
After you said that, Jeff, I sat there and I showed them all like 9 or 10 of my videos, and they go, "Oh, well, you don't really hurt us that bad, so you're fine." Yeah, you actually have to catch them to make it like a problem. Anyway, welcome to the RowdCast. Obviously, I am not Rowdy Rowdy Radloff. My name is Brandon, and I'm followed and not followed, but joined today by our partners in crime. We got Jeff joining us all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Not for long,
but not for much longer. Jeff, how you been, buddy? You doing good?
Yeah, I miss my kids.
Oh, dude, little man being sick doesn't help, bro. I know. Dude, when I sat there, I took a moment for my job today, and I was like, let me put myself in Jeff's shoes just for a second. And that's why I sent the text message. I was like, bro, his kid is sick, and he's across the fucking country trying to make shit happen for him. He can't even give him a hug to tell him everything's going to be okay. That daddy's there. That's got to fucking suck, bro. All right, so still on that. Kent, how you doing?
Doing good.
Everything. I know you just said we were saying like we have one kid that's sick, and you just kicked one out off to college.
Kicked one out
all happily. You were like, "Get the fuck out of my house."
Make your own way in the world.
Ken had a little meltdown.
It's a lot quieter.
He had a little meltdown in the chat. He's like, "Man, this is hard. It's got to be crazy."
Terrible.
You know, my oldest daughter's at 13, and you kind of close the chapter on childhood at that, right? Yeah. But you're kind of closing the chapter on like. You don't have a kid anymore. You have an adult.
No,
you know what I mean?
I do.
Still gonna be your kid, right? But they're an adult, bro.
You know what though, Kent? He's gonna need you more now,
especially when those bills come in.
He's gonna need you to like. I think that's the biggest thing that so many young men lack is guidance from a good father. I got so lucky because the old man in the other room over there is like the best father I could ask for. And I have had to repeatedly from the time I was 18, go to him for advice, and he's going to need you now more than he ever needed you as a kid. I mean, you were tying shoes and teaching him how to ride a bike, but now you're going to teach him how to be a man. And that's more important. So
I tell you, man, he's impressed me so far. It's only been a couple of weeks, you know what I mean? But he's doing all the things. He's doing it the right way. Like he's so introverted. He has been over the last few years since COVID, really. And that was one of my things, was like, go out and join a club, join something, is society something, do so, join something, He's like, no, I'm not going to join anything. I don't want to do anything like that, but he's been going out. He's really smart. He's really book smart, and he's doing philosophy, and he's above me as far as like intellect goes, like way far, and most people, I would say, and I'm not trying to brag, he just is, and he went to the JUCO here for 2 years, and he connected with his professors, because they could challenge him, they could talk to him, you know what I mean? Because he's just on that level. But anyway, they have like group me, and so some of the classes that he was in, the professors added everybody to this group me thing, and they've been meeting for discussions, and so he's meeting other nerds that are on his level,
Liberal indoctrination.
It's just fucking awesome. It's just awesome, man.
Talk about indoctrination. School in and of itself is indoctrination, liberal or not. It's school in and of itself is indoctrination. It was designed to get you to learn to go somewhere for 8 hours, take directions, sit down, do what you're told, don't ask questions. Oh, you get a little treat at the end, and then you go home. Guess what?
Until he comes home with Mal's little red book and says, "Hey, Dad, you know what?
There's this book this guy wrote. It's kind of interesting. He talks about his struggles."
Says that everyone above the age of 30, like, we should not listen to them and persecute them. And all the old needs to go out. Dad, did you know that?
Yeah. Times are changing. It's not the 90s anymore, Mom. We're in the 90s. You remember that? You remember saying that? Like, it was the 90s to your parents?
I know.
We're living in the 90s.
Dude, when I came home with baggy pants on and like a fucking a eyebrow ring and like it freaked my dad out. Like he was R&B, dude. Like that, like when it comes to like black music, R&B and shit and Temptations and the OJs and stuff like that. And I came home like thugged out and all this shit, dude. It just threw him for a fucking loop. He didn't know what to do, but he was cool about it. He listened to Bone Thugs, like, yeah. He listened to Bone Thugs. He liked them. So he kind of like Tupac a little bit.
You should show him my song about COVID.
Oh my God, you're right. Oh fuck, I didn't even think about that.
You should bring it up, Brandon. We should play
shiznit. I gotta show him your art.
Yeah,
you're classic.
You're right.
You're the genuine artiste.
Yeah. You're classic.
You know what's crazy? Okay, so I did this thing where I kind of dug myself into a hole, and it's going to be one of those ones where I'm going to like it at the end. But I suggested to the wife, I said, hey, let's do our own little book club, right? And I was like, I'll let you pick the first book. We'll both read a book, and we'll talk about the book, and we'll have that to be, something to do with each other. And she picked The Nightingale. And I don't know if you know how big this book is, but it's not a book because it's a fucking novel.
Oh, that's Atlas Shrugged, huh?
Yeah. So, it is fucking gigantic.
Golly.
And I'm about in chapter 8. I'm in chapter 8 right now.
Audible.
And what made me kind of think about the book and even bringing this up is the fact that we're talking about artists. And I had this thought earlier where I kind of had where I think like almost like a misconception. Now, this is just me kind of free thinking out there, just throwing shit out, correct me kind of deal. Where most artists, I would say, are liberal, right? They're kind of more like they lean more liberal. It's my general thought as an artist. You kind of are like more, I would say, open to like other like thought and other things. But either way, then it struck me, it's like, so the book's going on and it's describing what they're seeing and they're fleeing because the Nazis are moving into France right now. And they're describing everything they see, and they see the propaganda posters and all that stuff. And that made my mind go, somebody had to design that poster. I mean, there's no Photoshop or anything. Somebody had to come up with it. So then my mind goes, well, shit, most artists, aren't they liberal? Wouldn't they be on like the liberal side? Okay. Then my mind goes, well, to be fair, Brandon, I bet a lot of them were probably forced into that kind of deal. You know what I mean? And had to kind of do it. If they didn't, they'd be killed. Then I was like, all right. I was like, yeah, but at the same time, then at the same time, I'm like, I'm sure there's a lot of them that were like, fuck yeah, I love doing this. And then it was like, yeah, well, fucking Hitler was an artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah.
I was getting around to that. But yeah, so like, it's just, it kind of like, you kind of make those kind of connections and everything. And then you find yourself where you find your programming is kind of what I wanted to say. You find your way to where like, I've been programmed to think this way, and I haven't really challenged that thought ever before, So I don't know. It's just something that made me think, well, I mean, there's somebody had to sit and design that. And then it's just like, well, I kind of would like to be a fly on the wall in that room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Nazis were just weird.
What should we do this time?
Yeah. The Nazis, I mean, you have guys like, Albert Speer, who was an architect, you know, and that's why Hitler was so, you know, bag boy over him, because he was an architect, and they sat there and uber, you know, just obsessed about their new Germany they were going to put together. What was the master city they were going to put together? I can't remember it. God, Germania. They were like, so they obsess about this.
I thought it was called
models. Yeah, right. Yeah, dude. You know, that's a trip. Like every time I go by the Trump casino here in Vegas, all I can think of, and the first thing that comes to my mind is Biff World. Like it's just like the first thing that pops in my head is Biff World. Like just it reminds me of Biff from fucking Back to the Future, dude. Every time I see it, every time. So.
Yeah, it upsets me that I think Donald Trump gets a check whenever I watch Home Alone 2.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
I'm not that butthurt with him. I mean, I'm pretty butthurt about him. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not so butthurt that I'm not going to watch one of my favorite movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you're gonna
exactly.
Get a stuffed crust pizza, right? I mean, you can do that. Like,
I mean, I'm not drinking Coca-Cola anymore, but that's because I'm not drinking sodas.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't drink soda. Period.
You know, so.
I quit drinking soda a long time ago. I'm a coffee, water, tea guy, you know, like, but I still have to have a soda once in a while.
It's not bad once in a while.
You know,
I still have one, like, I have them like once a day almost.
Do you?
Really?
Once every other day, yeah. But like, I went from having like 7 or 8 cans of soda a day.
Oh yeah,
having like a can of
that.
Pepsi or a can of Dr. Pepper at lunch. You know what I mean? Like,
you are Southern, bro. You got to have that pepper. You got to get it in you.
Got to give me that Dr. Pepper. Something out there, Pepsi. You know, Pepsi's born in the Carolinas now, son. They go check that little listing down there. You see that? That says North Kakalaki. That's where it was made down there. We wash it down, a good old Mount Olive pickle. That's what we do now.
Is that what, do you guys call it all Pepsi or Coke? What soda? Pop? How do you?
I always say Coke. I've always said Coke my whole life.
I call it by what the fuck it is. If it's Coke, it's Coke. If it's Pepsi, it's Pepsi.
No, you just say, go grab me a Coke.
Yeah, but if you want to
I go say, hey, can you go get me a Dr. Pepper? You want to get a pop? I'll slap you.
Yeah. See, when I hear that, I'm like, I'm thinking.
Okay, so I went to Minnesota one time and I made a horrible joke. I still think it's funny, but I was like 18 or 19, and I was up there in Minnesota. I was like, I'm surprised you guys don't call it Minipop. And they were like, what? I was like, Minnesota, Minipop. And they were like, okay.
That's all.
Fuck out of here.
I was like, that's genius.
Yeah, that is genius in my opinion. I got it.
Jeez. This guy with the brain here. Jeez.
Jeez. We call it pop, Kansas, man. It's pop.
It's pop.
Soda pop.
It's a lot of regions call it pop. My stepmom calls it pop. She's from Indiana, so
yeah.
I think it's a rural thing, honestly.
I've never been able to call anything pop.
Yeah.
I was the only child with the only.
No, shut the guy down. Here comes the violins. Jeez, Brandon. Jeez.
Did you ever watch The Santa Claus with Dudley Moore?
Yeah, do that movie rocks.
I probably awesome. I don't really recall it.
Oh, you
Brandon reminds me of the boy in the streets that they're feeding.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Charlie. I think his name's Charlie.
No,
it's Charlie.
Brandon is not like sitting outside of McDonald's, pressed up against the glass, licking his lips. Like, no, that's not. Well, wait a minute.
Maybe back in the day. I mean, I got this way somehow. You know what I mean? And it just like
Charlie from
look at food and get fat. You know, I had to eat it. You know.
I can't believe you haven't seen that. I can't believe you haven't seen that where they eat the candy canes and shit and they fly, the kids.
Oh, dude, you got it. You really haven't seen that?
I mean, I probably have, but
watch it this Christmas. Watch it this Christmas. You'll love it.
The Santa Claus.
I'll watch it tomorrow when I'm catching no fish.
It's got a great song in it that gets in your fucking head, and you can't get it out from like Sheena Easton. So like it just sticks in your head. So yeah, it's great. It's wonderful.
It's a classic Christmas movie.
Speaking of watering your mouth, I live next to this pizzeria here. In the meantime, but I got a fucking embarrassing story. When I was doing DoorDash for a minute, I went into this pizza shop, and it was like, dude, they're taking out the pizzas out of the oven. It was like the cheesiest pizza, most delicious looking thing I've ever seen in my life. And I literally, like, I'm not kidding, I started drooling like out of the side of my mouth, and that's when I knew I have a problem. Like that's what I was like, yeah, that's not good. Where'd Kent go?
He disappeared on us. He probably had something or another.
Yeah, he's gonna go watch Santa Claus and
probably he's probably gonna go try and find a picture of the kid he thinks I look like.
You definitely do not look like that kid, bro. That kid does not have a rocking beard. He did not have long hair, that's for sure. So there you go.
So how much longer you got in Vegas, brother?
We're T-minus. See here, we are 9 days. I leave on the 1st, Monday morning at 9:00 on Labor Day.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, dude. I'm so ready to get out of here. Like, we've had record break. Of course, when I'm back here, we're having record breaking heat this week, and it's like, yes, 109, 110. The lows are like 86, 86. I'm done with it, dude.
Your lows are our highs right now. Our highs are like 84. Our lows are 64.
Yeah. My wife, dude, showed me, Lockport is 68, 67, rain the last 2 days. I'm like, fucking hell, Kids are wearing hoodies and shit. I'm like, this is fucked up. Like, this is just wrong.
It's been hot here in Kansas.
Oh man, let's see. Let's take a look.
It's gonna be 82 tomorrow, though.
Nice.
Yeah, 82 here tomorrow as well. Low 66.
Yeah, that's our low is 82.
It's supposed to rain for the next week, and I'm fucking. We don't get rain.
Sunshine, brother. Nothing but sunshine
we don't get rain very often, brother, man. Like, it's dry.
Lollipops and rainbows.
So I'm excited.
Sunshine, lollipops and rainbows, sucking cocks.
Oh, we need a Sesame Street. We need a Sesame Street anyway, man. Like.
Brandon was somewhere else there for a second.
That was. I forget that we're recording or live.
To nobody's watching.
Nobody's watching.
Nobody's watching.
Hey, one day people will watch. They will watch.
One day.
See the
AI is going to look back over and go over everything that we've said to catch us. So they're like, back in 2024 on a podcast called RowdCast.
We're in 2024? We went back in time?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's AI, bro. It's going backwards.
I got it. I get the gist. Well, what are we going to talk about something that AI might fucking get us in trouble for, or the intelligence communities would bust down the door?
Well, we're pivoting to We all live in a world that's fucked up. We all know it's fucked up, and the powers that be are keeping us down from stopping it being fucked up. And the problem is if we just collectively said, fuck you, we're stopping the fucked upness, we would literally turn around the next day and be like, okay, now what? What do we do? How do we proceed? We're missing so many key things in our society, not even our society, but around the world would be missing. There's just so much. I mean, I really think this shit runs so fucking deep, and there's so many fucking people involved in it. And it's like, it makes my skin crawl to walk in public sometimes just to think about the amount of people that are probably like that.
Yeah. Well,
take it away, Jeff.
Well, I live in it's either the first or second largest home of human trafficking.
I think I'm up there too, because 95 runs from New York to Florida, straight through North Carolina, and literally, like, you can go from RDU, get on 540 to 40 to 95 in all within an hour, and then you're gone. Are you talking about you have time to go, oh shit, my kid is gone. Let me report it to the police. The police get somebody looking, and by the time they actually have a car leaving the station, they're 45 minutes
gone. Yeah,
to an hour down there. They're on 95, either going to New York or going down to Florida to put you on a fucking shipping container. You never fucking know, man.
Yep. That's, and you know, this is why the Epstein thing, I mean, we care so much about it. Everybody, you know, most decent, good people care about the Epstein thing. But what my thing has been with the Epstein thing is that it runs so much deeper than just Epstein. Because, you know, who is Epstein involved with? He's involved with Mossad. You know, who's involved with the intelligence agencies. There's been a lot of whistleblowers, thank God, that have been coming out and talking about these people and these intelligence. I mean, Trump wasn't very far off with some things he said now, which is, you know, ironic and all that shit. But like talking about, you know, the intelligence agencies, that there was so much corruption in it. There is, dude. Like CIA is full of you know, I don't know what word I should use in this show to explain people that, you know, do terrible things with children.
I call them what the fuck they're called. I mean, I know you're not supposed to maybe not say the word fucking pedophile, but that's what the hell they are.
Okay. Since we're using it, you're the leader.
I mean, just don't go super heavy on it. I don't know. I mean, nobody's watching, and it's not like they're gonna fucking pull this shit down. But like, you know,
but the pedos in the CIA, there's been a lot of whistleblowers that have been talking about this over the years. The amount of pedos that are in the CIA, and then not just the CIA. We're talking all the intelligence agencies across the world, MI6, Mossad. You know, it's rampant, and it has a lot to do with compromising. You know, with you know, compromising a foreign asset. You get them in a situation. That's what Epstein would do. Is he, you know, would put people in compromised situations for Mossad or for the CIA, for the intelligence agencies, to get them around, you know, young, you know, people and pretty much sex slaves, and have them be in that presence. And now you're compromised. You're a compromised asset, and it's all just a big power game. And Epstein, the problem is Epstein is just, he's a little, you know, the little fish, dude, like in the sea, you know, and this is such a big sea with so many much bigger fish. Did you guys look up that Belgium thing I was talking about? There was a guy in Belgium years ago that got caught with children in his basement. And like, you know, he'd been arrested for killing kids and for pedophilia for many times. Every time, dude, he got released. And it was weird. He was on a government pension, like a you know, welfare thing in Belgium, but yeah, he was like one of the richest people in his area. It made no sense, but his net was cast into all these intelligence agencies and all these pedo, you know, things. And like, it's just, when you start digging into the mix of like how pervasive, how much this shit goes so deep. This pedo thing, dude, this human trafficking, this pedo thing, it's absurd. Like it's like, and like you said, like there should be enough people that could stand up and say enough is enough, dude. Like we have to take our fucking world, country, whatever you want to call it, back from these fucking monsters, dude. But they're so interlocked into everything that like you said, you take down one and then the dominoes start to fall. It's so many fucking people, dude. It is so many governments and intelligence agencies. It's just so rampant, and it's fucking disgusting. You know, look what happened here in Vegas, bro. Yeah, I mean, like just last week. I mean, that's just gonna be news that just gets swept away. You know, guy gets caught. You know, he has ties to Israel. You know, that with pedo shit, and it's like that's just gonna get ignored and just swept away, just like everything else. And it's fucking disgusting. You know, like. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys? Yeah, follow Trump. What do you guys think of all of that? Like,
Man, I'm disgusted by the whole thought that I just feel so bad for like younger every one of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're brought into this world not by our own choice. And then we're told that everything's supposed to be like this, and you're supposed to be able to, do whatever you put your mind to. Your only limit is you, all this shit. And then you find out that just some people can't function like a normal. I don't even want to say normal because to me there is no like actual normal. It's just you are who you are. But there are social norms that should be followed and kind of practiced, right? And like, I weep for younger me. Man, it sucks, dude, because you think like, hey, you're going to be able to go out in this world and it's going to be safe and fine and everybody gets a fair shot. And then you find out, man, this just all it is fucking high school on repeat. The same people you met in high school that pissed you off in high school are now adults doing the same shit they did in fucking high school.
Bullies.
It's just high school on repeat. There's people that were pissing you off that are fucking stupid that, how the hell are they passing classes kind of people are now the people in charge because how the fuck did they get elected? Because they got fucking placed there. Because they were groomed for the fucking position. That's how this shit fucking works. We're fed an illusion for every fucking thing we do. Everything that's told to us and said to us and fed to us is all a fucking illusion for what the fuck is actually going on behind the scenes, which who the fuck actually knows what's going on behind the scenes? Because behind the scenes is probably another behind the scenes. Where the fuck does it stop? Like who the fuck is actually running this shit? Who the fuck cares? Why do we have billionaires that are able to buy fucking islands up in Hawaii and build fortresses and forts when I can go outside and walk down my street here and there's fucking people begging for fucking money with teeth falling out and all this shit? Yeah, maybe they made some fucking bad decisions, but why is the gap that fucking big? That's a huge fucking gap. Do you need all of that shit? Do you need it all? And once you figure out the secrets to cheating the system, me, you, Jeff, Kent, any one of us can do it. All you need to really do is set up an LLC. You are now at your own business. Every single thing you need to live is now a business expense. Your mortgage is a business expense. Your car is a business expense. Your gas is a business expense. Everything you need to live is now a business expense, and you write it all off at the end of the year and see how much money in taxes you don't have to pay. That's our way to do it, okay? How they do it is they put all their money in their stocks and bonds and all this shit, mostly in stocks. Then they use those stocks to borrow money against it on the bank when they don't even have to pay it back. Technically, they do, but their stocks are going to appreciate over the time that they have that money. So now they don't have an income. So they don't record an income. So that's how they don't pay taxes. So like there's no income tax on them. Yes, they have what is it? Capital gains tax. Yeah. They have capital gains tax, but they'd only pay that if it's paid out in like a there's certain circumstances, right? That's actually, but it's a lot of circumstances actually, but they have a way around all that shit. So at the end of the year, when we're paying like 5, 10, 20 grand in taxes, they're paying like $700. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, this whole like Democrat Republican thing with taxes, I've always looked at it as like it's just the same. It's just like it's like a coin. It's the same coin, two different sides, right? Like. Yeah. People on the left typically say, well, higher taxes, but what they don't say is that they put in all these fucking loopholes, dude, like these just loophole after loophole after loophole after loophole that, their donor class gets away with not having to pay taxes. That's like the hidden secret when Warren Buffett says, my secretary pays. Well, yeah, because you know how to fuck the system. Like you have trained lawyers and tax agents that can just sit there and pencil whip the fuck out of the tax code. My whole thing is like this: we can do taxation to where it's fair, but the left has to be willing to get rid of all the fucking little loopholes and tax agents. And that's part of the Democrat base, donor base, is all these tax companies, H&R Block, fucking, Jackson Hewitt, all these big.
That's the other thing. Why the fuck are they even able to lobby and do all that shit? Because technically we're supposed to be able to file our income taxes for free. You can go on IRS.gov and file your income taxes, not pay a fucking dime. You have to go through these other companies, or they give the illusion of having to go through these other companies because they're lobbying to make that, to have people say that so that they can make your fucking money off of it. Yeah, it's all a fucking money game.
Just make it simple. Just simplify the tax code to where, just the way it was back when I was first working, you should be able to sit down with your W-2 and fucking that's it. It shouldn't have to be where you need a fucking, tax agent to help you through a process like that. You should be able to put down how much you made, how many dependents you have, and that should be the fucking end of the story. It shouldn't be like you said, set up this thing, capital gains, this, it's like that. That should be a left-right combined issue. Where the right gets something. Hey, let's keep taxes a little bit, down, but like the left gets there. We're gonna raise taxes, but we'll get rid of all the fucking little exceptions and loopholes and all that shit. Because that's the other thing about illegal immigration. My dad has seen it because he's worked for big landscape companies where illegal immigrants come in and they claim 10, dependents, and he's like, you can't do that. And he's like, they're like, yeah, but my mother, my grandma, my dad, they'll write down all these fucking relatives living with them, and there's like 10, 11 dependents on it, and that's really fucking the tax code. But that's the other hidden, agenda thing, and it's like, it should just be something we all come together on, left and right, and just, there's so many ways we can come together, but we're so divided about. I think it's just anger. Honestly, it's just we're both.
It's social. Everything that everybody's mad about is social. Everything that actually matters. As far as hey, moving society forward and making sure that people in general are prosperous, whether they get along or not. We're not paying attention to that shit because we would all care about it and we would all do something about it. I think. I hope. But they have us so focused on the social issues and everything that we fight amongst each other while they do whatever the fuck they want and get away with it and pass a big, beautiful bill that's going to fuck everybody in 2026.
Yeah. Oh, get your boner away, Kent. Put your boner down with your fucking Gavin. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. Gavin was right about everything. I would never wear that hat.
Dude, he's rocking Twitter. You got a bit. Are you seen all this shit on Twitter?
Here's my thing is I never really paid attention to Gavin Newsom. Okay, I don't really know much about the guy.
He's smart. I'll give you that. Yeah.
But I will give him this. I like the fact that he's the only politician playing Trump's game. You know what I mean?
Sure.
He's playing Trump's game. He's fucking all capitalizing his fucking tweets. He's got these funny photos coming out. He's mocking him. He's doing all this shit, and it cracks me the fuck up. It's like when I watched that first episode of South Park's new season. When I watched that, I was like, "There's fucking hope." But there's fucking hope. You know what I mean? Like there is, and like seeing like fucking Gavin Newsom's AI picture of him holding a ketchup bottle, like as stupid as it sounds, it gives me a little fucking hope. You know what I mean?
He's a non-woke too.
If this opens the door for somebody else who I can actually get behind, you know what I mean? Then great.
Yeah, he's is what does shit too. I'll give him that, dude. He's pivoted himself away, which is very hard to do as a governor of California. That's like, fuck,
look,
dude, you're in woke land.
It needs to happen. I'm all for the pendulum swinging, man, but it has gone way far, and I don't really have a problem with it, how far it went personally. But you lose so many people because there's not that many people are like open-minded to a certain extent. They need to live with that for a while and go, okay, I can see how my previous train of thought has led me to where it was wrong, and I can see how this is okay. And then you might ease a little something else in. But they did that like once, and then it was just like poof, they kicked the fucking door open, and then it was everything, and it was all this shit flooded down everywhere. And then, like I said, they didn't lose me because I don't really give a fuck as long as it doesn't, you're not hurting somebody else or a child. I don't care. But they lost a lot of fucking people, and I think that is where you got a lot of people going, well, this Democratic Party is fucking crazy. Like,
That's what happened to me.
That's what happened to me. I'm going to go the other way. And when you listen to what they were saying, you're like, yeah, that's the standard hate shit I grew up listening to. But the other points they're making are good. We do need physical conservatism. We do need to have like some type of a structure going on. We've gone way too far. And then you have the moral values and all that kind of stuff that people get attached to a lot more. Or the not moral values. What is it, Jeff, that you were saying? The term that I misinterpreted.
Just
traditional something.
Traditional values. Something
like that. Traditional values. Traditional values.
Yeah.
So like, and you start hearing that, and you're like, yeah, well, that was it. And then you start thinking about growing up. You're like, well, yeah, we did have a little bit more of that, and it was a little bit better because the '90s were kind of rocking for a lot of people. But,
married with children. That's all I'm saying. Give me Al Bundy's fucking values.
So that's where you get that. That's where you get the Trump being able to get elected, and that's where you get him getting elected the second time. Honestly, though, the conspiracy guy in me goes, I don't know how much he won that second one. I think there was some other things at play there just because of who he had surrounding himself. I mean, look at the day he won. It was fucking, all it was tech gurus sitting there.
You know what I mean? Before everybody else knew.
They knew, and Elon knew some shit. He tweeted some shit before other shit was done. And then what were they doing?
Talked about it
within the first 2 hours. Yeah, within the first 2 hours of the election opening up, you had Trump going, "Oh, they're already saying voter fraud coming out of blah blah blah," and then all of a sudden, like the plan that they had kicked in, and I think it worked better than they thought it was going to, because I don't think it was super controlled as into how many votes you were going to win by. I don't think they did. I think they just said it was like, hey, switch this, and then, go at an algorithm that did it kind of random, but made sure that Trump won in the key places he need to. I think it kind of went a little bit haywire, and he won a lot better than he was expecting. And so after that first couple hours, after he was saying that, he shut up about it. He didn't say shit else about it. There was no other talk about any kind of fraud. He didn't even bring up the fact that he brought it up in the first place.
I just think Kamala was a terrible candidate.
Yeah. There's a whole other side to this. That she was the that goes candidate. Back into what I was talking about, how they pushed all the Democrat people away, mostly white males that they pushed away from their party. I talked
to Kent about that a month.
Working blue collar males, they got pushed out of the Democratic Party, and then they got fed, hey, you're going to like this lady who was vice president, who we didn't really hear shit about while she was vice president. You are going to like this lady. And if you don't like this lady, you hate your daughters, and you hate your wife, and you hate your mother, and you hate your grandmother. And that's how I felt, but I didn't feed into that, but I saw Trump for who he was. I saw the bigger picture. I can't tell you what he's going to do, but I could definitely tell you that we had two paths to choose. We had two paths to choose, and we chose the one we chose, and we're going that way. You know what I mean? That's just how it's going. I didn't want to go down this one. I'd much rather go the other way and hold out hope. Yes, I could survive 4 years of Kamala Harris just fine. We are not even a year into Trump, and I am already exhausted. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just, during the campaign, like it was like guys like Joe Walsh who ran against Donald Trump on the Republican side. It was like the language they were using. I don't like someone talking down. That's the thing that annoys me about the left. They talk down to you. Like they lecture you. Like I'm not your kid. I'm not your student. Don't tell me that. Like Joe Walsh is on his podcast going, you're doing fine. It's like, yeah, I know, like when Kent was saying stuff like after the election about this economy's great. Yeah, it is for you, bro. But for people like me, it was horrible. Like small bit, like people that were like in the trades and labor, like it was really rough, dude. It was really hard. Our inflation was killing us, dude. Like, yeah, you're doing this, Kent, but you don't live my life. You don't live my life.
Well, like, what I'm saying, but that was unavoidable. It wasn't Biden's fault. That was COVID.
I'm not saying it's Biden's fault, but he wasn't there.
That was just as much Trump as anything. You know what I mean? Like,
it was COVID, and
Biden had to come
inflation.
Off of that. You know,
spending fucking government money, and it was a lot of things. It was.
We got lucky that Biden was there to bring us out of it, but I mean, Trump has fucked us anyway. Now, you know.
Well, I know. I just, but maybe and we talked about this after the election, is that maybe if you guys didn't lecture and say shit like, you're fine. No, I'm not fine. Don't tell me I'm fine when I'm not fine. Like you're fucking trying to get me to buy a bill of goods. Maybe if you say, hey, you know, let's just stick it out. Like there's it's the messaging of the left towards my demographic, white fucking males. You guys have given up on us. You act like we're cancer or something. And it's like, I don't like that. I do not like that at all. Because this used to be the base of the Democrat Party, was people like me. You know, like, and then you guys started lecturing us about, you should, when you, like, they still do this shit where we want to say that we're on indigenous land that was, it's like, why do that shit? There's no fucking reason. We know white people were shitty back in the day. It's fucking pretty fucking obvious. But again, the lecturing thing.
I think that it's,
why?
I don't know. There's a lot of it that I think is a little bit out there, and it takes it a little bit too far, but there are things that need to change, you know, like the GI Bill, you know what I mean? Like, that largely benefited white people, and it cut black people out. It cut out, it carved.
But you're talking about the past, bro. You're talking like
it's still happening. It's still happening.
Know.
You know, it's there. It's,
have we gotten better?
You know, it's housing. It's housing. They take these groups of areas. No, we haven't, and we need to change these laws, dude. We need to stop these things from happening, and that's where the focus and the conversation needs to move. It's not you, white Jeff, that's causing the problems. It's the laws and the institutions that we have in America that needs to change, and it does need to say that. You know what I mean?
They're changing it now with the Smithsonian. They're changing everything. It's
okay. Oh God. Yeah, dude, isn't it weird that fucking Trump has become this curator all of a sudden of our history? Like,
no, it's straight out of the authoritarian playbook, dude. Well,
it's also reaction. It's everything that Trump does, like a lot of the stuff, it's a reaction to, like, what was that? The 14. What was that stupid fucking thing that dumb bitch fucking did for the 14? Come on, help me out here. 14 something project. Where, you know, like, well, pretty much, you know, saying that, you know, America was founded on slavery. Well, that's like part of it, but that's not the whole reason America was founded. Yes, there was slavery, but like most historians have Nicole Hannah-Jones. Most historians, mainline historians, have discredited the shit she was fucking saying. So it's just like this. So it's a reaction. It's a reaction to the lecturing, right? And that's why people vote for Trump, is because they look at him like you're speaking for me, right? I don't look at him that way, but a lot of people on the right look at Trump as like, hey, you're fighting back against this, you know, big lecture thing where you have to constantly talk down to white people and make us feel bad about everything we've ever done. And Trump says, no, I'm going to correct that and go the other way. So it's like, that's why he has cheerleaders for that kind of shit. You know, when he does these weird shit that me, you, and Brandon are like, what the fuck? You know, it's the MAGA that are like, no, he's fighting back, you know? And like, maybe if the left didn't lecture us in the first fucking place, see, most of the shit the right does, it's in reaction to the shit the left does, to be honest with you. Like,
I don't know. I think that's largely used as an excuse for their bullshit, dude, to be honest with you. It's like the gerrymandering thing that's going down right now that's dominating the conversations. You know, it's like, oh, they do it because they did it. They did it because they did it. They did it. The bullshit. They've both fucking done it, you know, and when it's convenient, and it's not a fucking, they did it because they did it. They've always fucking done it. Where and when they can, you know, and I wish they would use like real facts, and like they keep, I don't know, if you watch legacy media or catch clips online, it's always Massachusetts. That's what you hear the Republicans talking about right now. There's not a single fucking House of Representative member from Massachusetts. But they don't talk about the Massachusetts Republican governor that signed the bill into law that created the districts that are in fucking Massachusetts. They don't ever talk about Florida having like 20 fucking Republican House of Representative members that are Republican and 5 that are Democrat. They don't talk about a lot of it, man. You know what I mean? And it's just fucking bullshit, and I'm tired of it. And just like everybody else is, it's just.
So how do we fix it? How do we fix this?
We all meet at my house. We go to the gas station. We get a bunch of snacks, some drinks.
Okay.
And then we get on my boat, and we go fishing for the day.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe we
and say fuck everything else. We watch the sunrise. We don't catch fish. We laugh and have a good time. We ride around, and then now we go back home and go, see you next weekend.
So like that's the thing. Like we bring up this stuff, but like, I'm bitching all that. But like, how do we fix this? What do we do? Like, I mean, like maybe that has to be at some point.
We're not there yet. We're not.
But when the fuck are we gonna get there? When the fuck are me and Kent gonna hold hands and say,
"Here's the deal: we
just
turned down the dirt road, right? We just went. You know what? This other road that had a lot of potholes and stuff. I'm kind of tired of driving. Let's turn down this dirt road. I think it's a shortcut. Let's take this way, and then we're going to end up at the House of 1,000 Corpses house. But we have to get down the dirt road first, and we just got on it. So I don't know how long this road's going to last. It looks like it's very accelerated. So I feel like I can see the house in the distance, but we're not there yet. And when the time comes, I feel like it's not going to be a small thing that's going to be like, okay, we have to make this change. There's going to be something big that's going to unite people again. There's going to be, I'm not going to say it's going to be another 9/11. You know what I mean?
It's Epstein. I think
it will
Epstein.
Be. I think
Epstein's going to is going to do it. I mean,
today
they released. Did you guys see the Ghislaine testimony? Testimony was released today with
I didn't see that
with Trump. Yeah, her testimony with fucking Trump's personal lawyer, who's a attorney general now, assistant deputy or whatever. They released those fucking tapes, dude, of the interview, and she's like, I never saw Trump fuck any kids. I never saw Clinton fuck any kids. I never saw anybody fucking fuck anybody. Nobody did anything wrong. I've been falsely accused, blah, blah, blah. She just exonerated everybody and fucking made like nothing else had ever fucking happened down there on the island or anywhere, like she fucking lied, but she cleared Trump. So that's what they're running with. That's what they're running with. She cleared fucking Trump's name.
That's the problem, man. It's not going to be Epstein that unites everybody. We're beyond. I fucking hate that I'm about to say this, but we're beyond Epstein. We're beyond it.
You think
Even
so?
if it can, can't think about it. Think about it. The Epstein files existed. They were on Pam Bondi's desk. They didn't exist. Now all of a sudden, Trump has the Department of Justice scrubbing his fucking name out of this shit and everything. They have it for a while. Now you have Ghislaine Maxwell coming out. Now you have her going, oh, they weren't there. This wasn't there. That didn't happen. This didn't happen. None of the shit is going to happen. If anything comes out at all, it's going to be Democrats first and then low hanging fruit Republican. It's not going to be anybody big hitters. It's not going to be any big hitters. It's not going to be anybody of note, and anybody who needs to go down won't.
It's going to be John fucking Bolton.
Swept under the rug because there's going to be something else big comes along that's going to change everybody's thing. Everybody's still trying. The Epstein thing is not. It's that fucking huge rock that you throw from way up high that the fucking ripples go way far out, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The intelligence agencies, they won't have it.
Those ripples are just going to fade away, and there's going to be another rock that drops, and there's going to be another wave that comes. I unfortunately think what I wanted so badly to happen with the Epstein files was the truth to come out the realization hit me that you never get the truth anyway. Look back in history, when have we ever got the fucking truth? We're not going to get the truth. And even if we got the truth, we're not going to be able to do shit about it.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's cynical. I know it's cynical to think like that, but it's just not. The people who need to go down won't.
Because if you, like I said, that net cast so far, you got Epstein, but the next layer is Mossad, and the next layer after that is Israel, and the next layer after that is
stayed at the lower level, man. Even if you stayed at the celebrities and all that shit, and those people that we all kind of, even if you stayed at that level, not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter.
It's gonna be some celebrities nobody gives a shit about anymore, like some 90s motherfuckers.
Chris Tucker.
Dennis Rodman. It's like, what? Who cares?
We're not going to give up, though. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk.
Yeah, no, I'm going to continue to talk about it. But the problem is we're going to be those people at the fucking retirement home going, remember when we all knew about fucking Jeffrey Epstein and Trump and fucking the Clintons and they didn't do shit? And then be like, okay, Grandpa. And you're like, shut the fuck up, bitch. You know what I mean? So
they fucked kids. They fucked.
They're fucking the kids.
Did you know that your CIA is just filled with pedophiles? Like, yeah, I mean, I could see that. I could see fucking me in a rocking chair and Zarin and Austin's kids are like, oh God, this fucking guy. Like, just.
I don't know what it's gonna be. I kind of lean towards a natural disaster. But that would have to be a big natural disaster.
All the volcanoes under the fucking earth just go.
It would have to be something like that. It would have
the animals are leaving.
That wipes out, it'd have to be something major happen. People are like, "What the fuck is going on? Like, why are all of the birds flying fucking west all of a sudden?" You know what I mean? Like, you look up and the sky is full of all different species of birds flying over. And you're like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then a couple days later, you're like, "What the hell? The ground is shaking." You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
But we have to kick the lizard people out of that conversation.
Straight up fucking war would bring us together. I think straight up fucking war
good chance would
bring everyone together. But we don't. Here's the problem with World War II and shit. Everybody had like a common enemy, right? Everybody was like, "Yeah, we all fucking hate this guy. I don't care who you voted for, but this guy over here across the seas, he fucking sucks. We got to kick his ass, and we can solve our problems here," right?
But we weren't. No, actually, we weren't. That's the thing of it, dude. Like, we were taught in history that America was all rah, fuck the Germans. No,
we weren't. Yeah, Kent's right.
Massive fucking Nazi fucking movement in America at the same time.
Yeah, the German Bund. Yeah, the German Bund. You had, I mean, look, what's his face? Lindbergh, It was a great show on HBO about what if Lindbergh had won the presidency against FDR, and like the history would have been completely fucking different, dude. Like Joe Kennedy was a Nazi sympathizer, so like, I mean, there was a huge I mean, they did it with the America First banner, that was oh no, we're not pro-Nazi, we're just America First, we want to stay out of the war. But
that sounds familiar as shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's just, but and that usually creeps up, but it's going to have to be, I mean, the lines are being drawn right now across the world. And unfortunately, I just feel like we're on the wrong side of a lot of them. It's like, it should be fucking.
We're in that meme where the guy's like, "Oh no, are we the baddies?"
Yeah. I kind of I feel like we're in the Axis, like fucking line at this point. It's like we're siding with fucking, Israel, who, I used to be you guys know I used to be a big Israel guy. And then I started learning the truth about the situation that no, these people are not just like, we're just against Hamas. It's like, yeah, but why did you give them a bunch of money? Like, if you're so against Hamas, why did you set them up so that you could try to fucking take out the PLO on the other side of the country? Like, that just doesn't make any fucking sense.
War is money, dude. Yeah, that's what all this is about.
What was that movie that Jonah Hill was in? It was like a War Machine or War Dogs or something like that.
Yeah.
Where it starts out where you have these characters and you're watching them. You're like, oh, fuck yeah, I can get behind these characters. And they're like, it's like a general or some shit. And you're like, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. And then it's like, his mission failed, so they canned him. And the next thing you know, Jonah Hill's walking in with, the next kind of, then you actually follow like the beginning of the end of that guy's story. You know what I mean? It's like you're kind of starting the next thing and you're like, oh, okay. And then it's just a fucking money machine. It's just a fucking money machine, dude.
Or Wag the Dog. You guys seen that one?
Yeah, you have all these companies and shit vying for government contracts, and they have to have a reason to fucking have them. So they have these missions and shit that they do and do all this shit just so they can have the government contracts to buy these fucking pieces of equipment to keep money moving, and from corporations that people have stock in. And it's, we're all fucked. We're so stupid getting up and going to work every day. How fucking retarded are we?
We have to.
Revolution. It's time.
Okay.
That's what it's going to take, man.
The Civil War brought about the Republican Party, which was a combination of different parties, different people that were the dissenters of the time. So I think that is something, like you say, like a civil war. I think that might be the thing that does eventually bring us together. It's going to tear us apart at first, but it might be the thing that brings us together, where me and Kent can be both on the same side, and maybe we can start over. Maybe that's what we need. Is we need something that would force an actual third party that would have so many different interests in it, like normal Americans. And we take out the power, dude. We take down the establishments. And
I'm tired of the party thing in general. Yeah. I don't want our politics to be about teams.
Right.
Man, it's not
the Cowboys versus a fucking Giants,
competition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want poor people to be able to run and serve too, because I'm tired of the rich fucking feeding the rich and cutting out programs. And
think about Abraham Lincoln. The guy literally grew up in a log cabin out in the middle of fucking nowhere, and rise by his own talent, dude. He didn't go to school. He went to fucking 1 year of a schoolhouse. And I think about that. It's like, you can't do that now. You can't just go and, take the bar exam with no education and fucking raise yourself up by your own talents, just purely be able to raise yourself up and do what he did. And that's what we need. We need that kind of life again, where people don't have to rely on the establishment anymore. Like, we're so plugged in. Well, you have to go to college and you have to do this and you have to do that. It's like, why do I need to do that to do anything good with my life? Why?
Yeah.
Because so I can feed the banks. Like, why do I need to do that? Why can't I just be like my fucking idol?
It's like the question I started asking in 7th grade. It's like, why? Like, I at that point, I mean, I wasn't a very good student anyway, but at that point I was just started going, fucking why? And nobody could tell me an answer. So I failed 7th grade. You know what I mean? Nobody could answer the question at a school where you're supposed to have fucking learn knowledge, and they tell you the answers to shit. Nobody could tell me why I had to fucking do this. Yeah. Why do I have to do this?
Where's the benefit?
Oh, because if you don't do this, you're not going to get a good job. Why do I have to fucking prove to you that I know integers to fucking run a lawn care business? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't need to do that shit. Why don't you teach me how to repair a motor? You know what I mean? Teach me some shit I can actually use.
Build a house.
Me shit that's going to benefit society.
Yeah, there you go. Build a fucking house.
Teach them trade. I think a requirement of high school is to pick a trade and learn it. Learn the basics of a trade by the time you graduate high school. That way, and it should be offered in high school. And that way, by the time you graduate high school, you have, say you went, for 4 years, you have 4 years of an elective that you have done. And you say you did electrical work. You learned everything you could in 4 years of school going in your elective. 1 hour every day of your school days learning about electrical work. You graduate high school now with 4 years of knowledge of electrical work, and you probably have some basic knowledge of knowing how to do it firsthand, because they're going to take you out in the field. They're going to give you shit and they're going to do it. They're going to make it kind of fun.
fuck it up by testing you to see where you score high in.
Yeah, there you go.
And they tell you that you're going to be an
let's
interior
put the
designer.
dummies over here.
And they put you in some fucking bullshit like that. You know, like, I don't know, man.
I mean, like,
I'm just saying it should be offered. A trade should be offered. You should be able to learn something other than what the fuck, you know what I mean? That way, when you graduate high school,
don't give
up.
When
you graduate, it's not for everybody. It's just fucking. It wasn't for me. I never stepped foot in college other than to party and get drunk.
It's my oldest son. It's my oldest son. He fucking hated high school, and when COVID happened and they went remote, it was over. He did not step foot back in high school after COVID. He stayed home and did remote, you know, and he fucking. I don't know. I thought it was over. I thought he was going to be this reclusive kid that never fucking left the house, and it was going to be whatever. And then he started going to college, and like he fucking got out again, and he fucking loved going to college and learning about the shit he was actually fucking interested in.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, dude. And he's able to grow, and that's just the way it needs to be. You know what I mean?
But why does it have to be like that to get to college, to get to that situation where you're actually engaged? Like
it's not just college though. It's the trade schools too. Some people don't. College isn't for fucking everybody, and they need to quit telling people that they need to go to college, because you don't need to go to college. It's not for fucking everybody, man.
My uncle didn't go to college. And guess who I work for?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Trucking school would be a big one, especially with everything in the news right now about that shit.
Getting people educated to work in the medical services. Like, dude, we are so under fucking staff, dude, with healthcare. Like, that's where we should be encouraging people to get into healthcare. Like,
we're understaffed with everything, and we're putting foreigners out now, and it's going to make it worse. We're going to see it in shipping. Things are going to be harder to come by because we're not going to have fucking foreigners on the fucking roads driving semis anymore, because those two illegals fucking killed somebody in a semi the other day. Did you see that shit?
Oh, yeah.
You know, and Trump.
Oh, yeah,
Trump
Rowd, let us know.
Trump fucking revoked their fucking visas. All of them revoked their fucking visas. It's going to be terrible. Dude, this country relies on immigrants, always has relied on immigrants. We can't move forward without them. And getting rid of them is just, our replacement numbers are horrible. We're fucked. We're going to fuck ourselves. No matter what happens here in the next 4 years, as we were talking earlier, it's going to take 40 to 50 years for us to recover from this, where we are today, at minimum.
At a minimum, because you know how hard it's going to be to fight to overturn some of the shit that got fucking passed like overnight. It's going to take decades to overturn some of this shit, and then to start seeing some of the effects of it being overturned, dude. That's what I'm saying. We're on that gravel road, man. It's I don't know how long we're going to be on this road before shit hits the fucking fan, but we're going to be there.
You think Trump was just an agent of chaos? Like maybe like
I told you this, that. I viewed our candidates in this previous election as kick the can, set it on fire. That was it. You could either vote to kick the can down the road for another 4 years, or you vote to set this bitch on fire and see what the fuck happens. America voted to set itself on fire and see what the fuck happens, and that's what we're doing. I wanted to kick the can for another 4 years, and hopefully somebody better could come along, you know, and just fucking, okay, I can see where people are getting pissed off. Hopefully we can fucking hold this shit out. And then we get, I mean, Gavin Newsom could have came out in 4 years or 2 years, or even fucking right now while Kamala's in her first year and fucking started bidding for his fucking shit. You know what I mean? But like, and then maybe I just don't see Gavin going in there and fucking shit up so bad. Like everything's happening right now. We're like, it's just fucking every single day. It's like 12 different
we were
things
actually experiencing growth.
It's I feel so constricted.
Yeah, but that goes back to the people that had it good were having it good, but the rest of us were fucking
I know.
Inflation was terrible. Inflation was terrible.
I mean, like that's when the Democrats were saying that shit. Like Joe
Walsh,
like, you're fine. It's like, don't fucking say that to me. I'm not fine, dude. Like, I'm not okay. And I wish there would have been just a little give a fuck about that, dude. Like, just like a little bit. Maybe if like you talk to us about, hey, yeah, we're struggling right now. It's not easy for us. Like, if it like that's why I look at the last 4 years before Trump is like, it was good for people who had it good, right? Like everything was fine for people that had it good. For people like for me that like lost half my business and I was drowning and I couldn't do anything about my taxes, could I? But like it's just I was drowning, dude. And like it's like I looked at Trump like, well, maybe the rest of us should fucking drown too. Maybe it's time for the fucking those that have it good to feel a little pain as well. And it was, I think that was part of it. I think it was like a little bit of fucking like, hey, you're gonna hurt too with me. Yeah. Like, and that's why part of me wanted that. Like, I was like, I'm tired of seeing people that just are like fucking buying new cars and shit right now. Cause I'm in the same fucking piece of shit that I've been in for years. I can't afford this. I can't even afford to buy butter, dude. Like, you're in there fucking in Whole Foods buying new shit. Like, I want to see you hurt like I do. You know, like, and I think that was part of why people.
One of the hardest things to do to live by an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. It really is, especially when you're on the part of the fucking one that has only one eye and everybody else is fucking going, hey, look at this one-eyed motherfucker. When you're that guy, it's so hard when you come into like a chance to switch shit around to not be like, give me your fucking eye, you piece of shit. It's so hard to fucking not swing that pendulum the whole fucking way the other way.
And I betrayed my beliefs. Like I betrayed my Christianity by thinking that way. You know, I'm not supposed to fucking feel envy or greed or jealousy, you know, and
I don't even think that's Christianity. I mean, I know coming from your background it is, but I think I think that's just a good moral human being in general. Doesn't want that shit to happen.
And I'm paying for it now. Like I feel like I'm paying for it now, dude. Like I'm more religious now because I feel like I have a debt to pay. Like I'm trying to be more, understanding and gracious and give like I don't go by the 10 Commandments, dude. My shit's the Sermon on the Mount. That's the Beatitudes. That's the shit I live by. Where it's like to turn the other cheek and be merciful. And I shouldn't look at, and I don't know for sure, Ken, if you were doing well or whatever the last 4 years, I shouldn't look at you like, I want him to hurt too. Like I should have been like, you know what? I'm glad at least someone I know is doing well, and hopefully the rest of us can do well as well.
No.
Like I said, I don't know.
COVID changed everything, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like it changed my life dramatically. My life pre-COVID was fucking pretty badass. It was starting to suck, a little bit. Things were starting to go up anyway. It was. I was excited about where I don't know, man. It's not been great, Jeff. I grew up fucking poor too. You know what I mean?
Honest, like if we're talking about just straight up from COVID, like from like just before COVID to like now, I don't think COVID affected my job prospects at all. Like not in the slightest. Because here's what happened. I left working for my uncle and I went to go do land surveying. Within the first 2 years of land surveying, I was messaging my cousin and my uncle, like, hey, I want to come back whenever I can. And it took another 3 to 4 years before I was actually able to come back. But in the meantime, I still did the same things I would have done anyway. I still got pissed off, and me and my boss at fucking McAdams butted heads, because my problem, and this is going to sound bad, but this is not all disabled people, but this motherfucker pissed me off. He didn't have any fucking legs since birth, right? He didn't have any. He was a land surveyor. Part of becoming a PLS land surveyor is being out in the fucking woods. You have to have, I think it's a minimum of 4 years field experience. How the fuck did you get 2 miles back to find the fucking property corner in the creek bed in a wheelchair, bro. You didn't. What you did is had friends who own companies that signed off for you to get your job, to try and tell me how to do a job that I know how to do more than you know how to do. You know the legalities of it, but I know the physical fucking job aspects of it. You fucking don't know shit. Anyway,
wheelchair boy.
I never said that. Here's where he fucked up. He was the classic misogynist, racist, homophobic piece of fucking shit human being that he is. And I hope somehow he hears this. But he is, and he still is today. I don't think that man's ever going to change. He's still a piece of shit today. He got caught up in all that shit. He moved me over to construction side, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, they called me in, told me to come to the office, told me to go back to the other office because I walked into his office, closed the door, and I was like, all right, what's up? He goes, no, you need to go to the other one. I was like, oh, you're firing me? He goes, you just need to go to the other office. I was like, yep. And I walked out of his office, and I walked to the other office, and the HR lady was sitting in there already, and he was in there, and we did the whole thing, and they're letting me go, and there's nothing I could do about it anyway. And when we stood up, I said, hey, or when me and the HR lady stood up, because he didn't. He stayed seated. When we stood up, I said, hey, don't I get an exit interview?
It's a miracle.
And they were like, yeah. They were like, yeah, you get an exit interview. I was like, well, when can we do it? They're like, right now. I was like, bet, bye, Ron. And he rolled his little happy fat ass out of the fucking door because he can't do any fucking exercise. And even if he could, he wouldn't. He rolled his happy little fat ass out of the door. And I sat there and told the fucking lady every single thing for the 4 years that I had worked there that I had seen him do personally. About calling me over to his desk, showing me this girl on Facebook saying, hey, do you think she's a lesbian? She's trying to get a job here. You think she's gay? I was like, I don't fucking know, man. You know? And then he would call me over to his desk. He's like, hey, check this girl out, man. She got some big tits. I'm like, yeah, she does, dude. He goes, yeah, that's my niece. I'm like, that's fucking disgusting.
That's fucking weird.
That's fucking gross, dude.
And then we were all standing there one morning. He was talking about, yeah, I was running late this morning because my son was taking a bath. And he always takes an extra long bath, if you know what I mean. I'm like, what do you mean?
Fucking weirdo.
Yeah, he's just a fucking creeper, dude. He's just fucking weird. And like, so I started telling her about all this shit. And how he was talking about the guys who run the vac truck. They all happen to be black dudes. He was like, yeah, we got the good black guys, not the bad ones. Like, what the fuck does that mean? You know what I mean? So I told this lady all of this shit, right? And then I walked my happy ass past his office and I said, bye, Ron. And I walked the fuck out. And I got in the truck and they took me the fuck home. And then it was probably and by the end of that day, I had another job somewhere else, making more money. Either way, it was like 2 weeks later, one of my old coworkers, still one of my really good friends, texts me. He goes, hey, dude, I'm on vacation. And McAdams called me. They didn't text or anything else or email. Like they called me twice because I didn't answer the first time. They called me and told me that Ron got fired today. I was like, what do you mean? They were like, well, it all started when they fired you. And you told the lady about everything that Ron has done. She went around and corroborated all of your stories with other people over the same timeline, and they fired him. And I was like, oh my God,
justice!
Yes. I broke my phone out, pulled up Ron's number, and I sat there for a minute. And I was like, I want to text him. But what am I going to say? And I didn't say anything. I went into my emojis and I put the laughing, crying emoji, and I just sent that. And then I set my phone. I took a screenshot and sent it to my buddy, and I set my phone down. To this day, people still talk about that shit at McAdams. It will fade out eventually, but still, right now,
you're a better man than I, dude. I would have put like Hot Wheels leading the way. Like I don't know. Like,
oh man, there's a lot of shit that like you remember there's like that face swap app came out a long time ago, and like you could put like people's faces on like celebrity shit and their memes, and I did a couple of those. So like, there's a few of those. I might be able to find them and send them to you that I did of them. But I have to show you the YouTube video of him, which is fucking hilarious. He's sitting behind a desk. And it's just a shot of him like kind of sitting behind his desk, and then it kind of pans to the side of his desk, and as it's panning, he kind of like pushes his chair out. And as he's doing that, as all that's going on, he goes, my name, I'm not gonna say his last name. He goes, my name is Ron, and I'm a land surveyor. And he turns around and it shows that he has no legs. And I just crack up because he's got these like pants they didn't even tuck the legs under. They're just fucking like the pant leg is just kind of fucking hanging there. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just tuck the pant leg under or something, man. Like, it just
obviously he's an egomaniac. He couldn't let people know what's obvious. Yeah.
Well, gentlemen.
Yep.
We better call it for the night.
Yeah, I got to get up. I don't have to get up in 4 hours, but I'm going to go fishing. I don't know why I torture myself. I'm not going to catch anything, but I do like being on the water when the light
tomorrow. And so then me and my dad are going to watch. I've never seen this movie, The Outlaw,
Blazing Saddles.
No, The Outlaw Josie Wales. I've never seen that movie, so me and Pop will watch. Yeah, I know. I've heard so many fucking cool things about it, but I finally broke down and got it off of Amazon. I was like, yeah, me and Dad are going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to get fucking Fat Burger because that's not New York. So yeah, there you go. I'm gonna cry on my kids, but anyways.
Sorry, Jeff. Man, that's gonna be so tough, man. I couldn't imagine being away from my family.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be a breeze until it fucking happened. Until I'm sitting here and I'm
my wife.
Yeah. Like, look, man. Not having sex is like killing me. So, it's fucking destroying me. So, yeah, I can't. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pull my at the airport. I'm gonna pull my wife in the bathroom, dude. I'm just gonna
wear a skirt, baby.
Yeah.
Sex. What is sex?
Sex is fun. You should do it. Anyways, you go wine, man. You go wine and dine that woman and fucking. No, don't give me this shit. You romance her. Get her some. You know what? Come home from fishing.
Go to the McDonald's.
No.
Go to the McDonald's.
No, go get.
It's not as bad as I'm letting on, but all of this you're saying does nothing for her.
Bullshit. Listen to me.
You say bullshit. You can try, bro. Go for it.
When you come home from your fishing trip, you bring that woman. When you see her next. You have some flowers waiting for her. You go and get some really cool multicolored fucking roses, man. That does it every fucking time. You do that and cook her dinner. That's all you need to do. I'm telling you right now.
Save money on flowers. I have a better shot if I cook her dinner, but even after that, she's going to be like, oh, will you put Tay to bed? And I'll be like, yeah. And then she's going to go pass out. So it's just what's going to happen, Jeff. It's okay.
Tell her you'll fart on her if she doesn't wake up and stay. I'm done.
Doesn't matter.
I try.
Again, it's hyperbole. I'm making it out like it's way worse than it is. It's not that bad. But like, you're not going to woo her that way. That's just not the way to her.
Yeah.
Well, I try.
My wife's like that too. Yeah. It worked out for me in the beginning. In the beginning, you know, but we've been at each other for 22 years now. So.
Yeah, 20 years here. So
it's a little different.
We've been going at it for 11. I mean, we've been together for 11. So, we did go through a lull where we weren't doing anything physically. We went a year without doing anything physically after Austin was born, and
that's pretty normal.
But we turned it around though. She started taking maca. I started trying to romance her a little bit more, not just hopping in the sack, doing a little bit more foreplay. It's just we
get Jenny some Molly. What'd you say? It was Molly that you gave?
Maca. Give her maca. Not Molly. No, just have her start taking. I'm serious. It's a supplement you can find. Just have her start taking maca, dude.
We were talking about spicing it up by switching sinks in the bathroom. You know what I mean?
Oh man, Romeo! Holy shit!
I know. It was crazy. Right. It was crazy.
No, give your women some maca. I'm telling you, give them a maca. Say no, it's for energy.
Not matcha.
Sounds green.
Matcha is disgusting. Anyway,
it makes me imagine green. Take us out, Jeff.
Love your wives. If you got one, if you don't have one, get one.
Somebody else's.
That's pretty much it. Thank you guys. Thank you for the people that are not watching us right now. And
we have one. We had one jump in here for a little bit.
Hey, person. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and this was another exciting week of RowdCast, and hopefully Rowd will be with us next week. We'll see.
We'll see.
Love you guys, Brandon, Kent. It's always a pleasure,
Jeff,
and we'll see you next week, maybe.